Welcome to No FOMO Charts YouTube channel. In this channel, we talk about stock charts and technical analysis education. Disclaimer, these videos and charts are for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. Today is Saturday, June 20th, 2020. Let's start with global stocks. We'll begin with the Shanghai Composite Index, SHCOMP. Okay. So let's look at the short-term trend first, okay? Just for this example to speed it up. Since 2020, essentially, or let's say since April, Shanghai Composite Index, the Chinese stock market, has been in an uptrend. See here, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Interesting, made a higher high in the price. We broke through the resistance that I drew last week. See this? Broke through that, okay? On some kind of bullish reaction. All right. So now what I might do is let's draw a trend line from the bottom side. You see that? Now this makes way more sense. Technically, on the charts, we have these lows holding. And this was the support low. Now, the upward target would be this of the channel, on the top of the channel. The potential downside target, I would say, would be back down to support, maybe back down to this heart line. Okay, so that's about 2,800, 2,900, 3,000. Nice psychological numbers. Okay, actually, I'll leave that. Zooming out for a minute, the short-term trend is an uptrend, but if you look at the intermediate, the medium term, it's in a downtrend. How do we know this? Let me erase some of this. Old yellow. How do we know this? I'm backing up to over here. So back here in March 2019, we made a high. Great. We made a higher low. Well, okay, that's fine. Making a lower high, though, that's not okay for bulls. Okay? Then making a lower low, all right, that's confirmed downtrend. Why do you think all this is happening? Take a step back. Think about fundamentals for a minute. China trade war. China trade war, basically. There's not much more than that. So, I mean, there's pretty much more that's going on with fundamentals and news, but if I had to just give one reason, it'd probably just be that. So sorry that's happening to people in China and the United States and all around the world, but it happened. So let's just move on. HSI, Hang Seng Index, okay? First, to speed things up, let's go to the short-term trend. 2020, all right. Since March to April, where did we go with the price? Higher high, large higher low, but it's still holding. Higher high, fine, okay. So that's already two highs and two lows, so we can confirm the uptrend on the daily chart. All right, but what happened? We came down and made a higher low here. So let me erase the yellow so you can see. What this means to me is that there is support here. See? Somewhere around here, there's 3-4 touch points right here at 23,641. All right. But what I want to show is really these two upward sloping trend lines, the support and the resistance of this, the resistance and support down here. Okay. So two scenarios, bullish target would be this resistance on top of the trend line. So 25,370, I'm rounding. Okay. Or maybe this support line that's already holding, and it's also a trend line support, so that's 23,608, or maybe even halfway at some point, wherever the price goes, up or down, whichever way it's going to go. Okay, so those are levels to watch out for that. But if this reverses down, then this is going to turn into a lower high like this, and then we probably look for downside if that happens. Again, to continue a strong uptrend, it has to make a higher high. So now this becomes resistance zone of the price. Next, Nikkei 225, Japan. So where did we leave off last time? There's an upward sloping trend line. Okay, I'm not going to define trend. Hopefully you can practice that. Give two examples of that. So what's next? Watch this. Let's check this out. This support line held. Very significant. Look how many times. I'm going to call that one close enough, close enough, close enough. Definitely hit. Definitely hit. the support, holding. Okay, so now what's happening? Similar to the US markets, we had that downward bearish reaction, and now we're going to test. It's at a testing point. Can we break through this resistance and go higher? Is it possible? Maybe. Need strong price action to complete that. If not, right, can we break down and test this support area on the downside? All right. So in my opinion, investors are just watching very carefully. Okay. Maybe traders, they traded this, right? But investors, because let's say if somebody bought down here, right, and it's been going up, they're not going to just suddenly, oh no, sell because they see that. No, investors like to hold for as long as possible, and they need to see overwhelming evidence that the trend is ending, in my opinion. I'm talking about large, wealthy investors, okay? I'm talking about evidence like this kind of stuff right here. When you have a huge crash like that, oh, you bet. All the people with millions and billions of dollars of investments and funds were trying to get out of that and also make profit on the way down. So again, for Japan, the stock market index is basically, it's holding between 23,000 and 21,500. Okay, so we could say 22,000 is some kind of middle spot. So basically, we just watch this price. Is it going to fold down, or are we going to bounce up? That remains to be seen. But as long as we know what's happening. Okay, next, KOSPI, Korea Stock Market Stock Price Index. All right, I'm about to do this in another video, but just really quickly for this video, okay, uptrend confirmed. Okay, trend line holding support. Actually, I'm sorry. Trend line not holding support. Support broken, and it's testing the resistance. Okay, we're testing the resistance here. Is this going to be a lower high? Right here. Is this a lower high? Right there. Is that a lower high? We have to see. How do we know when it's a lower high? It becomes a lower high in the price when the price goes down. Then it's set. Okay. If not, if we're just hesitating here at this resistance points right here, if it's staying there, then we could bounce up. It's going to test this resistance level of 2201, right? And then there's a bunch of resistances over here. So there's pretty much strong resistance in this whole price zone. Okay, what is that price zone? 2200 to 2301. Okay, so Korean one. So again, there's two potential scenarios for that. Just be prepared for that. Also, this is a strong resistance trend line right there, and there's a horizontal resistance here. So it has about 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 spots of resistance. Excuse me. 4 spots of resistance, okay, that it needs to break through. So keep that in mind for the KOSPI. Moving along here, NIFTY 50 index. Okay, here we go. So the trend for NIFTY 50 has been in an uptrend since April, basically. Higher high, higher low in the price. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. Trying to test the higher high. So the bulls in the Indian stock market are saying, let's go up. All right. That's what they're saying, right? Or that's what this price action means. More specifically, this support level held, it was tested. Now what's going to happen? A resistance level on the top right here. See that? The 10,000, we broke through 10,000. That's why we have a little bit more bullish reaction. 10,200, 10,300, 400, 500, this whole range, okay, is going to be tested. Don't get fooled though, just because it's like right here and looking like this. Again, breakouts are dangerous because if the price does not go higher than this, it could fail. So some potential scenarios to watch out for in the Nifty 50 short term is the price goes up, but then fails. We're coming back down to this support at around 9,800. Okay. Another scenario, if we break out, a lot of times what likes to happen in these ascending type of triangles is breakout, then immediate retest of the support, 10,393. And then if it holds, boom, we could go up higher. If it doesn't hold, we fail and break down here. Maybe a worst case scenario, break down through here like that. Because it could turn into a double top, right? We have to watch out for that too. So there's multiple scenarios here for the Nifty 50. And so I'll just draw some more resistances, especially on top, okay? 10,500. I'm rounding 10,700, especially up here, 11,000. 11,350. 11,600. Okay? On the top side, there's another support down here, 8,800 if there's some kind of crash. But if it goes all the way down there, that's negative 7%, negative 14%. That's pretty serious pullback. Okay, let me save this chart. Moving on, Euronext 100 index. All right, I didn't do this one last time, so I added it for this week. Okay, so let's just do, again, price trend analysis. We had the coronavirus COVID-19 dump, the crash actually, of almost negative 40% in this index. Then the reversal. All right, higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now what are we looking for? Is this going to be a higher high? Or is it going to just be a higher low and then reverse down? All right, that's what everyone in the whole world on the charts is looking at. It's looking at this, okay? So let me just draw a support trend line for anyone who's interested in this one. Boom, again, see support holding and bounce. But also we have to close in the top side of the triangle. So there's actually one here. It's kind of like a ascending triangle. There's one here, okay, hitting this price range here, resistance. And then there's a more tightly angled one here, like that. So that could make sense too. And you might be asking like, wait a second, it went out. So yeah, it went out to test, but failed and broke down and came back in. So to me, it's still valid. Still valid, right? Or if somebody wants to make it a clean, super clean chart, we can adjust this and say, you know what, it's more like that. So that would be a clean chart, okay? So immediate support and resistance of the price. Immediate support, there's a gap here, 965 euros. I'm going to round these numbers, 926 euros. Immediate resistance at 995 euros. Another resistance here at 1,000 euros. Higher, 1,056. Okay, and if we really lose this support, let's say the price fails this, and keeps going down, where are we going down to? Right here, this whole range. So the 850 to 900 euro range as support. So again, just try not to develop a bias when we're in the market, okay? For me, when I was starting out, I had trouble with that. I would say, oh, we're going up, it's bullish, it's green, right? Or if it's going down, like, oh, we're crashing, it's red, it's bearish, oh, this is so bad. So the truth is somewhere in the middle in terms of emotional control, okay? Where we don't want to get too bullish, we don't want to get too excited. It's like life. We don't want to get too excited about anything, right? Because it's usually, that's an extreme. Extreme excitement or extreme like boredom, or what's the word for it? Like, I'll just say it like this: extreme optimism versus pessimism, right? Or extreme happiness versus being cynical. That's the word, cynical, meaning you don't, almost like a stoic, you don't believe in anything, right? You just want to be neutral. Just anything's possible. You want to flow. You be able to flow. If you think of this like water waves, this is the ocean, the tide. It's moving, right? You don't want to go against the tide. Just flow with it, okay? So that was really philosophical moment there. So let's just move on. All right. UK 100 index, UKX. UK. Here we go. All right. So it's an uptrend. All right. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. To hold that support. Higher low. Boom, boom, boom. Right? What do I mean? What do I mean by the boom, boom, boom? Boom, boom, boom. Okay? And then higher, high, higher, high, higher, high. So I've been talking about higher high, higher low, and trend all the time, right? So what do you think? Where do you think it's going to go? I'll give you some time. You think about that. Okay, if you see these resistance and the support trend lines, one potential bullish target could be up here, right? Up here. Could be there for a bullish upside target. All right, where's that resistance? These are in pounds. 6,500 pounds. Pound. I think that's how you say it. Right? Or 6,800 pound. Or 6,650 pound. Right? Or on the downside, 6,000 pound. 5,900 pound. 5,673 pound. Or pounds, right? If that doesn't work, you see here, it's just barely holding on to this support on the bottom. Support on the bottom, right? Like that. So if it doesn't hold, that can make the lower high and go down more. But it's not going to see what I used to think when I was a beginner is like, oh God, what if it crashes like that? It's not going to, because we have most exchanges have circuit breakers, meaning that there's a limited loss for a day if the entire stock market exchange crashes, right? They're called circuit breakers. In America, we have 3, 1 to 3, right? So it'll give people time. It'll just freeze the market. Everything just halts for a certain period of time. And so then let's say that happened. We had circuit breakers all through this, like in America. Excuse me. We had circuit breakers here in America, right? When this stuff was happening in America, in US. Circuit breakers all over the news, people freaking out, people just like really nervous. But to me, I'm like, hey, I'm actually thankful for the circuit breakers, right? Because it would be horrible. We would get Great Depression levels if the stock market was able to crash like negative 50% in one day. Like, what kind of insanity would that be? So crazy. That would be so crazy. But we don't. We have circuit breakers, right? So, for most exchanges. So, all you really have to think about is like if you're in the index or somebody's looking at the index, is just track it. Are we going to go down? Okay. Not just down randomly. Are we going to break support? Are we going to break down from support? Where is it going to stop? Or are we going to break out? Are we going to break up above resistance? Are we going to break up above resistance and then test the resistance above? Probably test this resistance too, right here. All right? Sorry, I got a little intense with that one, but that's why. We have to have some more knowledge. We have to have knowledge, skills, ability, and experience. Then the fear goes down because we know. All right, we have knowledge. Okay, Swiss Market Index, SMI. SMI. All right, here's a perfect example of support turning into resistance. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm make this line pink. Huge pink line. Boom. Okay, so the upward trending pink line, what does that even mean? What am I talking about? I'm talking about this. It used to be a price support here, price support here, price support here, price support here. All right. As support, right? But look at this big red candle. I'm going to zoom in so you can see. Boom, the breakdown. Breakdown. Then what? Is it just going to go straight down to zero? No, it's probably not going to do that. It's going to find a support, meaning it's going to drop to a certain point where all the retail traders or just people, who want to sell, stop selling, okay, for the short period of time, and it reverses back up, okay? Buyers come back in. But watch what happened. This previous support trend line turned into a resistance trend line, okay? That's key lesson for maybe this video. Support and resistance can flip depending on where the price is. If the price is above, then it's holding it as support, right? If it's below, it's rejecting as resistance, okay? So the easy way to think about this, okay, I'm going overtime here, but the easy way to think about this is think about like a two-story building, right? It's like a house, right? And it's 2 stories tall, okay? The first floor is the floor, right? The floor, it's the support. But let's say you go upstairs. Actually, no, let's say you go into this building, the floor, the ground, like you're looking down on the ground right now, that's floor. You look at the ceiling, that's resistance, right? There's something above you it's not easy to just break through that, right? There's something above you, above your head. It's resistance. There's something below your feet. It's support, right? So, but the problem becomes once you go upstairs, let's say you walk upstairs in the stairwell and you come out, there's no door here, and you come out and you're over here, right? Then the ceiling is now support. You're standing on it, right? This little stick figure person, you're standing on it. Same concept over here, okay? Same concept. Let's delete all this. Same concept, all right? Previous support, it's holding. This is the floor. It's sideways. A little hard to see. It's holding support, but then once it breaks down, you go downstairs. Now it becomes resistance overhead. The same idea works for horizontal support and resistance. Price, it's the ceiling until it breaks through, and now it becomes the floor, support. This is resistance. This is resistance. Then this is support, the line, the middle line, okay? Key lesson, key lesson. All right, let's erase that. So now what's happening? Swiss market index testing that resistance. Both trend line and horizontal. Where is it exactly testing? 10,327. If it breaks through, the next resistance, 10,576, 10,814, 10,950, 11,000, okay? And it looks like I'm drawing a bunch of random lines, but I'm not. How did I find these? I'm looking left. That's why. Another key lesson. All right, you're getting bonus free content. You're getting the bonus secrets if you're subscribed to my channel. And you're new to technical analysis. I'm just giving all the secrets away. All right, here we go. How do you find this thing? How do you find these numbers? Okay, there's psychological numbers, but wherever there's more touch points, the most touch points is the more significant support and resistance price level. Okay, you see this? How many touch points are there? 2, 4, maybe 6, right? Then there's support or resistance here. Then there's support resistance here, depending on where the price is relative to this. So this was resistance, right? 11,200, 10,900, 10,500, okay? So there's the secret tip. If you stayed in the video this long, you're getting that secret tip. All right, I gotta speed up. Let's see what time it is. Whoa, it's a 25-minute video. All right, let's speed up here. Okay, so the Paris index, CAC or PX1. So again, uptrend, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. But again, be careful. If it drops down, there's a support level down here on this trend line. All right, resistance above, very similar to other things. Other indexes is the resistance is here on this top side. 5,200. Okay, down here, 4,500. So if it bounces up, it's going to retest and see where is it going to go, right? Can it go higher? If not, we're going to come down. If it goes down, we're making an M pattern, and it's probably going to come down to here, 47.40 price. Okay, next, DAX, Germany index. This is more of a broadening trend line. Okay, it's not It's a broadening formation. Okay, it's going wider up like this. All right, so same deal again. There is support down here. See all these support ranges right here: 11,100, 11,500, 11,800. Okay, that's the bearish target. Okay, down here, that would confirm the short-term downtrend. The bullish target on the upside, resistance up here at 12,843. Okay, there's multiple resistances in this whole zone. This whole box moves over like this. So the upside target would be over here in the 13,000 range. Okay, so just watch out for that. But the problem is, if we go really zoomed in, is look at, we're kind of having some trouble here, hesitation right there at the 12,477 resistance. Okay, so we have to watch that. All right, last one, Toronto Stock Exchange, Canada. All right, again, it's like the Swiss market index. This previous support trend line turned into resistance. Actually, slightly different. It's not testing it so much, meaning we're not testing this price so much like this, right? Not testing it so much like this, right? So what would happen? Boom, boom, boom. Maybe it's going to go lower low because, again, this resistance is holding right there. All right, so I want to thank you guys and everybody for watching this video. If you like these types of videos, you learn something, you got educated on something, a little bit on stock charts, technical analysis, go ahead. Hit that like button. Subscribe and like to this channel. We're trying to grow this channel to be a community where we have good ideas, okay? We're not super FOMOing. We're not super FOMO. What do I mean by that? We're not always having fear and emotions, okay? We're just calm. We're calm. And we know what might happen in the market, okay? So I hope you guys have a good day, a good week. Let's see what happens in the market, okay, for the global exchanges. And thank you so much again. See you next time.